If all this wasn't enough, in Antrim County, ballots were counted for Democrats that were meant for Republicans, causing a 6,000 vote swing against our candidates. The county clerk came forward and said tabulating software glitched and caused a miscalculation of the votes. Since then, we have now discovered that 47 counties use this same software in the same capacity. Antrim County had to hand count all of the ballots, and these counties that use this software need to closely examine their results for similar discrepancies. The people of Michigan deserve a transparent and open process.
Right here in Michigan. Just last night in Oakland County, we found 2,000 ballots that had been given to Democrats that were Republican ballots due to a clerical error, and this took place in Rochester Hills. In Wayne County, Republican poll watchers were denied their legal right to monitor the election and purposely kept in the dark, both literally and figuratively, with poll workers blocking windows and padlocking doors. There are hundreds of reports of our poll watchers being intimidated and unable to do their job. There was a major software issue in Antrim County that we have concerns could have caused problems in other counties as well. This issue was brought to our attention by Congressman Bergman's office when they noticed the results being drastically different from what they expected and what they have received from that county in past elections. When they inquired with the clerk, they were told it was a software issue and it was corrected. But now we know that 47 counties use that same software. At the TCF Center in Wayne County, we have received over 100 incident reports of irregularities. This is a massive mail ballot counting center, and we need time to go through these reports and investigate them.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that. I think there are any number of things they need to investigate, including the likelihood that 3% of the vote total was changed in the pre-election voting ballots that were collected digitally by using the Hammer program and a software program called Scorecard. That would have amounted to a massive change in the vote that would have gone across the country and explains a lot of what we're seeing. In addition, they ran an algorithm to calculate votes they might need to come up with for Mr. Biden in specific areas. I think that explains what happened in Michigan, where the computer glitch resulted in a change of votes of about 5,500 in favor of President Trump, just in one of 47 districts. All those districts need to be checked for that same, quote, software glitch, end quote, that would change the result in Michigan dramatically. The same thing is happening in other states. We've had hundreds of thousands of ballots mysteriously appear solely for Mr. Biden, which is statistically impossible as a matter of mathematics. It can all be documented. We are putting it into materials that we will file in federal court, and we need to seek relief in multiple states to enjoin the certification of any election results.
Well, these things that they're calling glitches in software that are randomly changing only certain votes, they're not glitches at all. Those are programmed into the software. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. If there's a problem in software, we call those bugs. If the bug is in the software, it does everything consistently with everything, not just selectively picking things. If only certain things are selected, picked, and changed, that's not a bug. That's designed in the software. That's intentional.
It would be very simple, John. Right now, in every precinct, the President of the United States should demand access to ballot images. People may not understand why I'm saying this, but let me give you the depth of this answer, okay? When votes are hand counted, two people read it, you have a better understanding of the actual count, all right? It has more integrity. A vote comes in, it's on paper, it's counted, that's the hand counted ballots. But most of the United States right now, the votes are counted by machines. There's no more human being involved. Think about a robot counting it. Well, how does that robot do it? 10 people come into a voting booth, 10 people give their ballots, they're scanned. Those scanned images are stored. When the polls close, the machine runs through those. Let's say 10 people came in, those images are analyzed. You know, the machine's eyeball looks for that little dot, John, and it says, oh, 1 vote for John, 1 vote for Shiva. Well, at the point of counting, the machines have a feature to flip votes. I mean, look at how close these votes are. And by the way, ballot images are accessible like that within seconds because they're on the hard drive of those machines. The president should say, and in fact, he should argue this from an election integrity standpoint, that this entire process, the election is null and void unless you can produce the ballot images. Why? According to USC code 20701 and 20702, which I had to learn recently, it's clear in federal law that any record generated in connection with a federal election must be preserved. If they cannot find those ballot images, the whole election, the Supreme Court should rule, is null and void.